schools called Western Tech. They've been always there.
You want to?
Okay, so we're all right. So
we can
it's
do a
nice that
cover.
we can do the.
Let's do a cover inside so we get you a nice office, man.
All right, let's do it.
That's him playing up there?
That's Matt.
You see, man?
So you can. Okay, so.
Okay,
All right, so what's the interview?
the interview is about how to get rich.
How to get rich. Okay. All right. All right.
So we're gonna
Ask some
be
questions or what?
interviewing, yeah, people, taking pictures of their cars
Okay.
with them, so the students can be like, "Hey, look, she knows rich people. Let's read her paper."
Okay. Cool. That's
yeah.
cool.
So can I quote you?
You can quote me. Yeah, sure.
Okay. You're always supposed to ask that for, because I used to take this newspaper at my sister's school,
Okay.
and she told me that if you don't do that, they're gonna sue you.
That's
I don't wanna be sued.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say that. Okay.
You won't get much from me.
Yeah. Yeah, you can quote me.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, first off, what's your name?
My name is Jeff. Full name?
Yeah.
Jeff Miller.
Okay. And, what's your business about?
Well, our business is pretty simple. It's a family business that my grandfather started, and then my dad runs, and I'm kind of like the manager now because my dad's kind of semi-retired. But basically, I guess we can get footage of them out there in a minute, but you know, we rent construction trailers to construction companies. So if a company is building a building or a condo or even like a shopping mall or something like that, they need a place for their workers to eat lunch or lay out the blueprints and sketches of what they need to build and where. They call us and you know, set up a time and date, and we deliver it to them. And then when they're done with it, they call us and we pick it up and bring it back here and clean it and fix it and get ready to go out again. So that's pretty much what we do.
Yes.
So it's pretty easy to start a business, but how do you make your business like successful? Like the other newspaper in my school, they've been around for like so long, and last year they were putting out their papers and they did one every month, and they just stuck it in the library and I didn't even know about it. It was when someone threw in a ball and threw it in my head.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, first of all, if you want a business to be successful, you've got to figure out who your clients are and target them, like advertising-wise, as well as if you get clients, you know, you've got to make sure, like if you get people reading your newspaper, you want to make sure that they like it and are going to keep reading it. So maybe even, you know, ask them questions, how it could be better, things that they think about, maybe even articles that they want to read about, like things that interest them. You know, for example, for us, we get feedback if our trailer gets delivered to a construction site and the person doesn't like it, or there's something wrong with it, or it's not working. You know, we have to pay attention to that and listen to that because we want to be able to make them happy with what the service we're giving them. You know, so for you guys, you know, in your newspaper, it'd probably be good. You know, obviously getting interesting articles that the kids are going to want to read. Being able to advertise somehow, you know, not like you said, don't just put it in the library and not talk about it. Maybe get some posters up all around the school, or, you know, give out one issue, you know, for free. I don't know if they charge for the paper or what. It's free, yeah. But,
Charge, baby.
Yeah, but you know, put it in places where they're going to be able to see it, or even have people physically handing them out. Don't just leave them in a stack somewhere. You know what I mean? And you know, do something to draw some attention to the newspaper. You know, like we have in the yellow pages, we have advertising with our name and phone number, and you know, and in a couple of publications like Construction News Weekly and stuff like that, that we have ads in, so that if people are just flipping through them, they might, oh, well, maybe we need a trailer, we should call these guys, you know. As well as our name and phone number is on the side of our trailer, so anytime you're driving around, you can see it. So even when it's on site somewhere, it's advertising for us, you know. So I think that's the biggest thing, you know, advertising, getting your name out there, and then providing your customers with something that they're going to find interesting and helpful to them, and get some feedback about what they like and don't like about it, you know.
So what kind of clients do you get? Do you get some individual people, or is it just like representatives of big companies? And
No, it's a mix of both. Sometimes we just get individual people that might, for example, maybe some people are fixing their house up or something like that, and they want to rent a trailer to, either store some stuff in for a little while or use it on site for the guys that are going to be working there. So it's a whole range of people, like big construction companies and sometimes little construction companies and sometimes just individual people. I mean, you could rent one if you wanted to.
When I kick you out, you can make it.
And because I know your dad will give me a discount.
so what school did you go to? Did you go to school here?
I went to high school in Mississauga. I grew up about 5 minutes down the road from here. And it was called Queensway Christian High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was a small private school in my neighborhood that I went to. And then after that, I went to university in Philadelphia. And it was, again, a smaller school outside of Philadelphia. It's called Eastern University.
So do you think it's better to go to, would you be more successful if you go to a smaller school than if you go to like a really big school?
No, not necessarily. I think the most important thing is if you know what it is that is interesting to you and what you potentially want to get involved in or studying, finding a school, whether it be big or small, that has a program that is going to help you, develop it, whatever it is that you want to develop, like you were mentioning Ryerson, and I know they have a good communications program there, like theater and even writing and journalism and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a good thing, to look at schools that are kind of geared towards what it is you're looking for, you know what I mean? Because you could go to a really big name school, but they have a journalism department or whatever it is you're interested in, but it's not as good as maybe say a smaller program or a smaller school with a better program in that, Mm-hmm. So the size of the school doesn't really matter. It's just finding the school that's going to suit what you need the best. And that's, granted you know what it is that you want to study. Not everybody knows what's interesting to them right away,
So when you were in school, were you planning to get into this business, or did you study something else and then?
No, I worked down at Haynes Road, where your dad works, when I was a teenager, and I mean, I knew I was kind of very lucky in a way that my grandfather was a really good businessman, and him and my dad together built this place up. So I grew up, with the ability to try other things, and always knew that if I really wanted to, I'd have a job here when I came back, So there was a level to which I kind of in the back of my mind knew, I'm probably going to go home and work for my dad one day, just because who wouldn't want to work for their dad? Me and my dad get along really well. So, and it's a family business, and so you're proud of it. And, my grandfather, I worked with my grandfather, I worked with my dad, so, you want to continue on the family legacy. But I tried other things. I actually, I went to school, originally I was going to study acting, and then I studied a little bit of radio and television, because I thought that I wanted to get into that. But, along the way you kind of figure out the things that you like and don't like to do, and I eventually came back here and started working here, and now I'm glad I did. Yeah.
So, when you were little, what did you want to be? Was there anything like crazy job you wanted to do?
A hockey player.